Since ancient times, Egypt has pioneered and perfected farming methods in the rich Nile Valley. For centuries, it remained a vital producer and exporter of various crops to countries around Europe and the Mediterranean. The Egyptian agricultural industry has a diverse range of produce, making it an ideal source for the European market. Fresh fruits are the main component of produce, besides fresh vegetables, spices, and herbs. The difference in climate makes Egyptian produce ideal for export, because it offers varieties that are not available on the European market at the same time of the year, thus posing no competition threat to local producers and offering consumers fresh produce over extended periods of the year. With the dawn of the new millennium, events like the mad cow disease played a vital part in European regulators reconsidering their supply of foreign provisions. New policies stressed on increasing the traceability of products entering the EU to ensure they meet the Union standards all the way to the source. With 30% of Egypt's working population relying on farming as the main source of revenue, employing over 5 million people from all parts of the country, almost half that workforce is composed of women, employed in harvesting, picking and processing in the pack houses and manufacturing.
So it was 2002. I was coming from a meeting in Geneva, the WTO, and one of the hot issues was a new regulation that was going to be enacted in Europe, trying to protect consumers by applying a system of traceability. And of course, the first thing that came to my mind is say, well, this may affect a lot of producers and exporters in many developing countries. After a number of discussions with the Egyptian government and Association of Exporters and Manufacturers, came out that the problem of traceability could be a very serious problem for them. If they did not comply, maybe in 2002, 2003, they could stop to export to Europe or to other countries.
The project is a partnership between UNIDO, the Egyptian Ministry of Trade and Industry, and the Italian cooperation which provided the necessary financing. ETRACE is the first and only multi-faceted project in the Middle East that assists fresh produce exporters, food manufacturers, NGOs, farm associations and public institutions by providing technical and financial assistance to ensure that in terms of quality, safety and traceability, Egyptian food products comply with international standards and regulations.
So the ETRACE project is financed through the Debt for Development Swap Agreement. The project so finally was approved in 2003 by the Management Committee of the Debt Swap Program and started in 2004 with a budget of 45.6 million Egyptian pound, equivalent at that time to 6.5 million euro.
Beginning in 2004, the project began its implementation by designing a financial assistance scheme based on Italian and other European systems, ensuring technical support and assistance whilst monitoring the implementation of the scheme. Eligible applicants were able to obtain a grant up to €40,000 to acquire new technologies, upgrade existing ones, and introduce traceability software and hardware. The beneficiaries include farmers, packhouses, trade associations, and exporters. 82 contracts were signed, including the National Traceability System implemented at the General Organization for Exports and Imports Control.
With the new project supported and funded by the UNIDO ETRACE that we have recently implemented, we have managed to move from a manual farm management approach to a more automated, systemized approach. We have more control over the packhouse raw material, work in progress and finished goods. And this will also mean that eventually we will have better grade out as in the class 1 product and otherwise. This system offers us better reporting. Better reporting means more access of information. With the traceability, the integrated traceability system, this offers us more than just the production or the returns or the pack out. It offers us credibility. It gives us a better standpoint with the client. They feel more secure when they're dealing with us. There is the food safety element is taken care of. This will create higher demand for the product eventually, because the focus today is on food safety and the focus today is on pesticide use. Eventually, this will increase the demand for our product. This will give us a stronger image in the market and hopefully will open new marketing channels for us.
ETRACE outreach programs were initialized to train small farmers in rural areas where thousands of workers are employed. Outreach was achieved by remote management support, training local experts who then adapted technical solutions to the local conditions, passing knowledge down the food production chain. Since the conception of the project, ETRACE has trained over 1,600 delegates from the Egyptian agro-business sector.
To help our companies to export to the EU, we are using software applications that is implemented in small and medium-sized packhouses in Egypt. We implement these applications in order to be able to improve the control over the products that is packed or exported to EU. The applications that we are using is basically making track of all the products from field to the retailers or the distributors in Europe, whereby keeping tracks for what has been harvested, which date has been harvested, what kind of application has been done in the field, the day they received in the pack house, how it has been packed, if there is any added materials to it, and as a result of the analysis, all the information needed to be able to trace the products if there is any problem shows in the future on the retailer side.
A major hazard to Egyptian produce exports was the lack of knowledge in the application of pesticides by farmers. To comply with international standards in food quality and safety, an adequate pesticide management system had to be created in the form of a complete and updated online database on all nationally registered pesticides. A key element in the project is product traceability, sometimes referred to as farm to fork, which is the ability to follow the movement of a product through specified stages of production, processing and distribution, all the way to the consumer. Today, the experiences learned from the ETRACE project is focusing on food manufacturers in addition to fresh produce exporters.
The issue of traceability is getting more and more awareness in the global scene. More and more of our customers, whether they are wholesalers, supermarket chains, retailers or final consumers, want to know from where a particular product is coming. The regulations in our target markets are changing. Traceability is not only an added value, but it's really getting more and more a rule. And so it's even more important for this important sector of Egypt's economic activities to get access to information, to get training. And the UNIDO ETRACE project has achieved both. It has created awareness for the issue of traceability. It has built capacity. It did training for many agricultural engineers in the region and in the country. And last not least, it has helped the companies to get access to hardware, software, systems to apply traceability in their companies. We are creating awareness with farmers, small farmers, small exporters. We are creating a movement in Egypt where very soon, hopefully, everyone in the agricultural sector targeting exports at the first place, but finally also supplying the local market will use the quality standards, international quality standards, and the regulations of traceability for a better product in the local and export markets. The agricultural sector and the food sector, as I said, have grown for over 30% over the few last years, and we have to continue to reach these growth rates if we want to employ more people in the agricultural and in the food sector.
The ETRACE model is being studied by other developing countries for similar implementation.
So it has been a very successful venture altogether in 5 years.
Yes.
Traceability has not been a threat for Egypt, but has been a great opportunity to be part of the global market, the global value chain. Your products are good quality, they go to Europe,
Yes.
You better integrated, no problem with employment. Tell me more about it.
It was a great experience, you know, when we start and we get all of the sector with us, you know, small-scale farmers and dealers and pack houses and exporters, you know, and we dealt straight away with them, you know, trying to provide technical assistance and financial assistance and to implement the traceability system. And now, yes, it's a great success, and hopefully we can continue doing more activities. We wanted to support the Egyptian Food Safety Authority. We wanted to discuss the banning in the dairy sector for Egypt. We get more demand now and more requests from African countries like Tanzania and from Tunisia and from Jordan and from Thailand, from all over the world. They wanted to come here to Egypt to see this experience, to know how we implement the system and how we promote for this traceability as a very good tool to open opportunities in the global market.
We proved that the traceability system was actually working effectively. In just 24 hours, we traced the product back to the plot where it was produced and harvested. Full traceability was assured and proved, showing the success of the project.